And so the first step for this recipe, guys, is to take a nice big saucepan or a stock pot, fill your pot with water and bring it to the boil. And we just want to start by blanching our spinach. This basically tenderizes the spinach and helps to retain the beautiful vibrant colours. We're not necessarily looking to cook it. So take a nice few handfuls of your spinach and chuck it into the boiling water. Stir this through, and we're only looking to blanch the spinach for about 30 to 40 seconds. So get it in, give it a stir, and then we want to drain off our spinach. So pour that through a colander. Some people pop the spinach into a bowl of iced water, but I just run it under a nice ice cold tap. And then you just want to squeeze out as much of the excess water as you can from our spinach. And the next step here is to take our spinach and pop it into a blender. So chuck in your spinach. We also want to go in with a tablespoon or so of mascarpone cheese. Now, once you've got your mascarpone and your spinach in the blender, we want to add a nice generous pinch of sea salt to season. Give it a quick blitz, and after a quick blitz in the blender, we want to slowly start adding some olive oil. So start by pouring in a few tablespoons of olive oil, give it another blitz in the blender, and then you'll probably need another few glugs of olive oil. Another blitz in the blender, and once it starts to get nice and smooth, just grate in a nice generous amount of some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. So grate in a good handful of your Parmesan and give this another few moments in the blender until beautifully creamy and smooth. Give it a try, adjust the seasoning at your taste. You can also add any more mascarpone or parmesan that you would like. Give it another blend if you've made any adjustments, and when it's beautifully smooth, we're ready to go. So just leave that in the blender for a moment while we turn our attention to our tagliatelle pasta. So take another saucepan, throw in some water, season the water generously, and once this is up to a boil, chuck in your dried tagliatelle. Give your tagliatelle a stir, and we do want it to be beautifully al dente. So whatever time it says on the packet, get it out 2 minutes before. So 10 minutes, give it 8, and so on. And a minute or so before your tagliatelle is done, we want to take a nice high-walled frying pan and drop in a nice few tablespoons of our spinach and mascarpone sauce. Start to bring the heat into that on a low heat. So give your tagliatelle a try, and when it's lovely and al dente, we just want to spoon the pasta into the sauce. Give it a really good stir through. Add a splash of our pasta water for the starch and to bring the sauce together beautifully. Give it a good stir in the pan, and when your tagliatelle is beautifully coated in your spinach and mascarpone sauce, we are ready to serve, guys. So chuck some of your lovely tagliatelle onto your plate, and then to finish this one, we just want to grate over a really nice generous amount of your Parmigiano Reggiano. And as you can see, with the vibrant green colours, this dish looks amazing. My spinach and mascarpone tagliatelle.